But this whole thing's been a nightmare.
I'm more concerned about my marriage.
Here's a look ahead.
I'm happy to always help.
I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
Oh, yeah, I like that one. Can you send it to Mommy?
Go. Be with your family.
You are trying to destroy his life, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Disclaimer. The following is a speculative, fan-written spoiler based on circulating rumors and narrative trends. This is not a transcript of an actual episode. Enjoy the drama. Los Angeles is still reeling from the tremors of recent scandals, but this Friday, October 10th, the ground gives way entirely. In what can only be described as a tectonic shift for the series, leaked details from today's episode of The Bold, and the beautiful promise a whirlwind of long-awaited confessions, a dangerous confrontation high atop the cliffs, and a decision that will irrevocably shatter one core family. Forget everything you thought you knew. The game has changed. Recap: the calm before the storm. Before we dive into the explosive events of Friday, let's set the stage. The week was dominated by two simmering pots about to boil over. Sheila's web titans, Deacon Sharp, ever the hopeless romantic trapped in a nightmare, finally proposed to Sheila Carter. In a moment of twisted passion, she accepted. But their fragile happiness is threatened by the ever-watchful eyes of Steffi Forrester, who has made it her personal mission to expose Sheila's reformation as a farce. Steffi's warnings to Hope and others are growing more desperate, her fear for her family's safety palpable. Hope's point of no return. Meanwhile, Hope Logan's world has been consumed by her situationship with Thomas Forrester. The intense passion she experiences with him stands in stark contrast to the broken, cautious love she shares with Liam. After a particularly intimate encounter in Thomas's design studio, Hope confessed to a bewildered Brooke that she is truly alive for the first time in years. Brooke's horror was matched only by her desperation to make her daughter see reason, warning her that she is walking into a gilded cage built on Thomas's troubled past. With tensions at a fever pitch, Friday's episode, titled Point of No Return, delivers on its promise with devastating precision. Leaked episode recap. Friday, October 10th. ACT1. A mother's plea and a daughter's rebellion. The episode opens not with a bang, but with a whisper, the sound of quiet sobs in the Cliff house. Brooke is attempting to reason with Hope over a morning coffee that neither of them is drinking. Brooke, Hope, please. I am begging you to think. Not with your heart or whatever this is, but with your head. Your family's head. What about Beth? What example are you setting for her? Hope, dressed in a vibrant red power suit, a visual departure from her usual soft pastels, stands her ground. Her eyes, once filled with uncertainty, are now hardened with resolve. Hope, the example that she shouldn't stay in a marriage where she feels half alive, Mom. The example that she has the right to pursue her own happiness, even if it's messy, even if it's complicated. Liam looks at me and sees the ghost of the woman he married. Thomas looks at me and sees the woman I am now, the woman I want to be. Brooke's plea turns into a prophecy of doom. She brings up Thomas's history, the obsession with Hope's mannequin, the manipulated pregnancy scare with Emma, the countless lies. Brooke, he doesn't love you, Hope. He's obsessed with an idea of you. That is not a foundation for a life. It's a prison. You're trading one prison for another. But Hope is immovable. In the episode's first major bombshell, she delivers the line that will surely be replayed in previews for weeks to come. Hope, then it's a prison I choose. I'm done living in the shadow of my own life. I'm choosing Thomas. I'm going to tell Liam it's over. For good. She exits, leaving a shell-shocked Brooke alone, whispering to herself, "My God, Ridge, it's happening all over again." The parallel to Brooke's own history of torn loyalties between Ridge and others is painfully clear. ACT2, an unlikely alliance forged in fire. Adiel Giardino, the atmosphere is equally charged. Steffi has cornered Deacon, her voice low and urgent. She lays all her cards on the table. Steffi, Deacon, I know you love her, or you think you do, but I am telling you, as a woman who has looked into her eyes and seen the abyss staring back, Sheila Carter is incapable of love. She is a virus, and she will destroy everything and everyone you care about until you are as empty as she is. Deacon, defensive and agitated, argues for Sheila's change. He cites her therapy, her remorse, her love for him and for Hayes. Deacon, you don't know her like I do, Steffi. People can change. I did, Steffi. A bitter, knowing laugh. No, Deacon. You changed. Sheila adapts. There's a difference. She's playing a part, and the curtain is about to fall. When it does, I will be there to make sure my family is safe. The question is, will you be standing with her when it happens, or will you be collateral damage? For the first time, we see a crack in Deacon's unwavering faith. Steffi's words aren't the hysterical accusations of an enemy. They are the cold, hard facts from a protector. He doesn't agree, but the seed of doubt is planted. He nervously fingers the ring box in his pocket, the symbol of his future suddenly feeling heavy with dread. ACT 3, The End of Lope. A confession at the office. Hope finds Liam at the Forrester Creations office. He's been trying to plan a family weekend for him, Hope, and Beth, a last-ditch effort to rekindle their connection. The irony is cruel. The scene is a masterclass in quiet devastation. Hope is direct, her voice steady, but filled with a profound sorrow. She tells him she can't do it anymore. She can't pretend. She can't live a life where every decision is filtered through the lens of past trauma. Liam, is this about Thomas? Hope, look at me. Tell me this isn't about him. Hope, it's about me, Liam. It's about who I am with him. I am not the Hope you married. That woman is gone. With Thomas, I feel seen. I feel desired. I feel powerful. Liam's world crumbles in slow motion. The anger comes sharp, after everything he's done to you, to us, to our family. But it quickly dissolves into a heart-wrenching plea. He talks about Beth, about their home, about their history. Liam, we can fix this, Hope. We've fixed things before. We're Lope. Hope. Tears finally streaming down her face. Lope is a memory, Liam. A beautiful, painful memory. But it's not my future. I'm so sorry. She removes her wedding ring and places it gently on his desk. The finality of the act is deafening. She walks out, leaving Liam alone, staring at the symbol of a shattered marriage, completely and utterly broken. This isn't a temporary rift. This is the definitive end of one of the show's most enduring supercouples. ACT 4. The Cliffside Confrontation. A Fall from Grace. The episode's climax takes us to the iconic cliffs, where so much of this show's drama has unfolded. Hope, emotionally raw from her confrontation with Liam, goes to Thomas's cabin. Their reunion is a torrent of emotion, passionate, desperate, and filled with a sense of terrifying finality. But they're not alone. Liam, consumed by a rage he cannot contain, has followed her. He bursts into the cabin, his face a mask of fury and pain. Liam, I should have known I'd find you here, in the lair of the beast. Do you feel powerful now, Thomas? You finally managed to steal what was never yours. A vicious physical and verbal altercation ensues. Thomas, while defensive, remains eerily calm, which only infuriates Liam further. Thomas states that Hope made her choice, a free choice, and that Liam needs to accept it. The argument spills out of the cabin and onto the cliffside path, the stormy Pacific waves crashing below, mirroring the tempest of their emotions. As they shout, Hope stands between them, screaming for them to stop. In a moment of blind rage, Liam shoves Thomas. Thomas stumbles backward, his foot slipping on the wet, uneven edge of a cliff. His arms windmill, a look of sheer terror on his face. Hope's scream pierces the air as, in a horrifying slow-motion sequence, Thomas disappears over the edge. The episode ends on a triple cliffhanger. Liam, standing frozen in shock, staring at his own hands, realizing what he has just done. Hope, on her knees at the cliff's edge, screaming Thomas's name into the abyss, her new future potentially shattered on the rocks below. A final shot, Thomas's hand, gripping a jagged rock protruding from the cliff face, his body dangling precariously over the churning ocean. He is alive, but for how long? Spoiler analysis and what's ahead. The aftermath. This leaked episode is not an endpoint. It's a catastrophic new beginning. Here's what this means for the future. A criminal turn for Liam? The golden boy of BNB has potentially committed a crime. Whether Thomas survives or not, Liam's actions have crossed a line he can never come back from. This could lead to a dramatic arrest and trial, pitting the Spencer family against the Forresters. Hope's ultimate test. If Thomas is injured, will Hope's devotion solidify, seeing this as Liam trying to literally kill her happiness? Or will the trauma of the event jolt her back to reality? Her character is at the most significant crossroads of her life. The Sheila-Steffi war escalates. Deacon's doubt is the key. If Thomas is hospitalized, Steffi will blame the entire chaotic environment on Sheila's toxic presence. She will use this crisis to redouble her efforts to expose Sheila, possibly forcing Deacon to choose a side once and for all. Brooke and Ridge's divide. Ridge will, of course, side with his son. Brooke will be torn between her daughter's heartbreak and her husband's fury. The Bridge marriage, once again, will be strained to its breaking point. The Friday, October 10th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful is a landmark chapter. It delivers on months of build-up with raw emotion, shocking violence, and character-defining moments that will resonate for years to come. The landscape of Los Angeles has been forever altered. Tune in next week. You won't believe what happens next. Liam. A free choice? You've been manipulating her since the moment she let you back into her life. You've preyed on her vulnerability, you've isolated her, and you've turned her into this stranger. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, October 13th, suggest some wild curveballs. For one thing, we could see what happens next for Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton. Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn, is pulling a desperate con. Plus, Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, will follow Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. Liam Spencer's future. Let's start off with Liam, who seems to have finally got the woman he wants. Carter Walton, Lauren St. Victor, could sense that Hope was getting pulled closer to Liam. The COO has been through this before and knows heartbreak was coming. While Carter and Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, get closer, Hope will likely continue to spend more time with Liam and Beth Spencer, Jordan Grace. While Liam and Hope have not officially reunited yet, they are getting a lot closer. Deke Sharp's scheme. Speaking of Hope, she liked Deke's ideas about her fashion line. Hope also mentioned that she was going through applications of potential designers. Hope also said that she was viewing them anonymously. Once Hope left, Deke took pictures of some of the applicants' designs. Hope Logan's designer applications. Deke went to fashion school as both Hope and Deacon mentioned it. So, why is he trying to steal designs rather than creating his own? There seems to be a story there, but in the meantime, Hope likely hires Deke, not realizing she's being conned. Sheila Carter Sharp freaks out. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, October 13th reveal that we might see Sheila start to get suspicious. For some reason, Sheila goes to Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. Perhaps she wonders where Deacon is disappearing to and follows him to the psychologist's office? Deacon Sharp busted. In any case, expect Sheila to see Deacon telling Taylor that he needs her. Then, she watches with sadness as Deacon and Taylor share a long, tight embrace. The old Sheila would start targeting Taylor. This new Sheila handles it differently, though. Sheila will try to get Deacon on her turf, Illinois Giardino, to try to get him to come home. However, the restaurant owner feels like she kept something too important from him and knew how he felt about Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Monday, October 13th, 2025? The Bold and the Beautiful recap is in for Friday, October 10th, 2025. In today's episode, Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, does a DNA test on Luna Nozawa's, Lisa Yamada, baby. Ridge Forrester, Torsten Kay, and Brooke Logan Forrester, Catherine Kelly Lang, discuss Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda. Plus, John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, discuss whether to tell Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, the truth. Electra Forrester hopeless. At the office, Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, can feel Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, staring at her. Will tries to help her untangle a necklace. She's freaked out about Luna. Will suddenly gets a text message from Bill Spencer, Don Diamont. They are getting the paternity test today. Will and Electra zoom to the Spencer mansion. Bridget visits Brooke and Ridge. They're still reeling over Luna not being dead. Bridget takes off soon enough, and Bridge starts debating about this being all Bill's fault. They discuss Lee saving Luna's life and keeping it a secret from everyone. They know that Lee realizes she made a huge mistake. Finn struggle. At home, Finn stares at postcards from Steffi. The doctor tells Taylor that he's still struggling whether to tell Steffi the truth or not. Taylor feels the same struggle. It's a lose-lose situation. Before Finn tells Steffi, Luna needs to be behind bars. Ridge calls Taylor about the paternity test. Finn and Taylor will come over and wait for the results. Finn and Taylor go to Brooke's house. Finn apologizes to Steffi's parents about his mother's actions. Finn hasn't spoken to his mother, so he doesn't understand her reasons. Finn admits he's not sure what to tell Steffi, if anything. Taylor offers to get Will a therapist recommendation. He'll need help getting through all of this. Back to Steffi, Ridge agrees that Luna needs to be in prison before she learns she's alive. Luna Nozawa's DNA test. At the mansion, Bill and Katie stop Luna from going to the pool. She has a paternity test to take. Bill admits they surprised her with this because they didn't want her planning anything. Bridget arrives. The doctor explains that she was part of the surgical team that saved her life. It's weird to see Luna alive, since Lee claimed she was dead. Bill calls Luna the Grim Reaper. Will and Electra show up next. Bridget explains the test. Luna smirks and says she's ready. Bridget starts by swabbing Will's mouth. It's Luna's turn next, and Will,